Hello students, in previous part we discussed about covalent bond, different types of covalent bond, hydrocarbon compounds and different types of hydrocarbon compound. In this part we will discuss on allotropes of carbon. Allotropes of carbon. What do you mean by allotropes of carbon? The carbon compound which have same chemical property but they show different physical property, those are called allotropes, and this property is known as allotropy. The carbon compound which have similar or same chemical property but they have dissimilar or different physical property. Those compounds are called allotropes. And this property in which compounds show same chemical property and different physical, this property is known as allotropy. And the property is called allotropy. There are two familiar or famous allotropes of carbon: diamond and graphite. Otherwise there are 8 allotropes of carbon. There are two familiar or famous allotropes of carbon. One is diamond and other one is graphite. Otherwise 8 types or 8 allotropes of carbon. In this part we will discuss some different type of fullerene also. So we can say that these are 2 famous allotropes of carbon, but we will discuss 3. Fullerene. Otherwise carbon has 8 allotropes of carbon. First one, diamond. In diamond, one carbon atom is attached with 4 other carbon compounds and produce a 3-dimensional rigid structure. In diamond, one carbon atom is attached with 4 other carbon compound or carbon atoms. In diamond, one carbon atom attached with 4 other carbon atoms. एक कार्बन एटम 4 अदर कार्बन एटम से कनेक्टेड होता है, अटैच्ड होता है, एंड फॉर्म ए 3-dimensional a rigid structure. This attachment of one carbon atom with 4 make its hardest element. तो इसमें कार्बन का एक एटम 4 अदर से, जिसके कारण से कैसा स्ट्रक्चर 3-dimensional 3D a rigid structure. Rigid structure means hard structure produce होता है. तो this is the definition of diamond. And how the carbon atoms are attached? Suppose this is the one single carbon atom. It is attached with 4 other carbon atoms. The bonded with this type. And it forms a 3-dimensional rigid structure. This is the structure of a diamond. And second allotrope of carbon is graphite. In graphite, one carbon atom is attached with 3 other carbon atoms. डायमंड में 1 कार्बन एटम 4 अदर कार्बन एटम से, और ग्रेफाइट के अंदर 1 कार्बन एटम अटैच विद 3 अदर कार्बन एटम्स एंड फॉर्म ए hexagonal, means 6-side array, or you can say that hexagonal structure. In graphite, 1 carbon attached with 3 other carbon, single bond, and 4th number of carbon is double. For example, how the structure is produced in graphite? It is the 6 carbon compound. And second structure is also 6. How are the carbons are attached with each other? 1 single bonded. These one are also same. This carbon is attached with 2 sides of carbon, but we have seen that 1 carbon atom is attached with 3 other. 2 तो यहाँ हो गए, तो तीसरा इसका कौन सा हो गया? ये वाला कार्बन. इसी वजह से ये कार्बन 1 और 2, तीसरा कहाँ से होगा? ये इस वाला कार्बन, और यहाँ वाला सेम इसी वजह से ये नीचे वाला. इस प्रकार से कैसा स्ट्रक्चर बनेगा? एक 3D रिजिड स्ट्रक्चर बनेगा, सॉरी 2D. इसका जो स्ट्रक्चर बनेगा कैसा? 2D, 2 डायमेंशनल हेक्सागोनल एरे स्ट्रक्चर बनेगा. यू कैन सी दैट in graphite 1 carbon atom is attached with 3 other carbon atoms and produce a hexagonal structure of 2D, 2 dimensional, not 3D. इसमें एक कार्बन 3 से, it means one side is left open, so we can say that the side can slide over each other. Thus in graphite the side can slide over each other because one side is open. So इसकी साइड होंगे दूसरे के ऊपर स्लाइड कर सकती हैं. Due to this slide property, the graphite is used as a lubricant. Due to this sliding property, the graphite is used as a lubricant. So graphite is used as a lubricant or lubrication material. These are the 2 main or famous allotrope of carbon, diamond and graphite. One more types of allotrope of carbon is Fullerene. Fullerene. In fullerene, 1 carbon atom is attached with 60 other carbon atoms and in form of pentagonal array. In fullerene, 1 carbon atom is attached with 60 other carbon atoms in pentagonal structure. Pentagonal structure, just like as a soccer ball. Just like as a soccer. What do you mean by soccer? Football. Soccer ball, or you can say that football like structure. This structure is also known as buckyball structure. This structure is also known as buckyball structure. This was proposed by an American architect, Buckminster Fuller. This structure was proposed by an American architect, Buckminster Fuller. In honor of the architect, it is known as Fullerene. In honor of the name of architect, this is called, or this is known as Fullerene, or we can also say that buckyball. कितने कह सकते हैं? C60. C60 structure is known as Buckminster Fullerene, but there are C70, C90 and C120. Nowadays this type of structure is also used. Firstly, only C60. It means one carbon atom is attached with 60 other carbon atoms in a pentagonal structure. And this structure was proposed by an American architect, Buckminster Fuller. In the honor of the name of the architect, it is known as Buckminster Fullerene, as well as buckyball. Its structure resembles to a soccer ball, or we can say that a football like structure. Clear?